that, I want to give Logan a little extra time today to show us about his digital marketing. So welcome, Logan, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you all for having me out today. Like I said, my name is Logan Gruber. I'm with Cohlab Digital Marketing. We're based in Becker, but we serve Sauk Centre. I actually work out of my house. I live 3 houses down from Jen's office. So now just a little bit about Cohlab to start off with. So like I said, we're based in Becker. We're a small team of 5 people, and we're all distributed. So a couple of us are in St. Cloud and St. Joe, and the 2 others are in Clearwater and Becker, and then I'm in Sauk Centre. I'm a content writer, a content writer, and then I also work with Google My Business and search engine optimization for websites. We have 2 website developers and designers, Katie and Kelsey, and Heather is our owner, our business leader, and Lane is our IT and security expert. So now a little bit about me personally. So like I said, serving Sauk Centre, I grew up in Meadow Grove, and I went to Melrose High School, and then I went on to St. John's University, and I also taught English in China for about a year after college. And then I came back to Minnesota and met my current wife, not my next wife, the current wife, Jen Lycum, who's also from Meadow Grove, and then had a baby, got married, had a baby, bought a house, had a baby. So as far as like our life here in Sauk Centre, we bought the Bill and Joan McDonald house. A lot of you probably knew Bill and Joan. So we bought their house in August 2018. Joined St. Paul's Parish, joined the Sauk Centre Chamber of Commerce this year. Started teaching kickboxing at the downtown Sauk Centre Taekwondo Academy this fall, and then also joined the Sauk Centre Park Board this January. So we have 3 kids. Lucy is 4, she's at Pumpkins and Monkeys. Finn is 3, he's at ECFE here at the public school. And we have little baby Etta. And then my wife Jen is a stay-at-home mom and a NOREX team coordinator. Oh yeah, I had extra pictures, so there's my pretty family. So enough about me. So what I'm here to talk about today is kind of how you can improve your business's online web presence. So what we do at Cohlab is we do web design and development as well as internet marketing. So I just kind of included kind of all the services that we offer, as well as kind of the Google badges we have. But today, what we're going to talk about specifically is I'm going to do an audit of 3 of your businesses, so you can see how you look online and kind of actionable steps that you can take on your own to improve your online presence. So these are some of the things that we're going to cover today. I'm just going to skip over that. So like I said, 3 lucky businesses today. We're going to go over. I'm going to try to do this fairly quickly. Don't feel judged by anything I say here. I'm actually going to do Cohlab first, so that way you can see that even our website is not the best. So let's go through that quick. So for Cohlab, we're going to start by everybody. We're going to get Google results. We're just going to Google everybody's company name. So Cohlab Digital Marketing, when we Google this, we get an ad first of all for a competitor based in the Twin Cities, but you can see that an ad pops up even when you Google our name. So they're targeting our name with their advertising. Then you've got our website coming up first. That's great, good news. But then you look at the local map pack. This is the Google My Business Maps. And you see that we're showing up for Becker as well as for our Bloomington office, but not for Sauk Centre. So that's something that I can work on, is I can get my house listed as a Cohlab address for Sauk Centre. Because if people are searching for me for Cohlab, they're not seeing that we have somebody here right now. Everything else looks pretty good. We've got LinkedIn, YouTube, St. Cloud Times News, things like that. So not a bad Google results for the name search. I'm also going to do a site search for everybody. So here we're just doing site:/Cohlab.com. That's going to give you all the pages of your website that are indexed by Google. That way you can see every page of your website that anybody else can see your search results. So you can see the blue lines are going to be the actual titles of your pages. And if there's a ... at the end like this one, that's not good. That means that I didn't optimize that title. It's the wrong length. And so people obviously can't read that as well. And Google is going to demote that page in search results because it's not optimized for their search results. The same thing with your descriptions here. You can see the black text here. I know it's kind of small, but there's a dot, dot, dot at the end here. That means that I didn't optimize that page properly. I might be off by a couple of characters, maybe a period or a couple of letters. Google's going to cut that off. People can't read it fully. Google might, in fact, choose different text on my page to serve to people as a description instead. So now I'm out of control. Google's controlling what appears there instead of me. So things that I can improve on as well. So we're actually fully redesigning our website right now. So this website was built in 2012, and we updated it a few times, but we're actually just basically burning it to the ground. We're going to rebuild a whole new one because it's a new decade. But a lot of the stuff is kind of out of date in the back. All those the photos of people back there, only one of those people still works here. So these are just old things that need to be, updated that just aren't updated. So everybody's website, gets out of date sometimes. I'm also going to be looking at everybody's chamber page if you have a Sauk Centre chamber page. So this is mine. I've kind of optimized it as best I can because this is my only local web presence. When we go to the next page, we'll do a search for marketing near me. And this is the only page related to me that's going to pop up because I don't have that Google My Business page. I don't have a local Sauk Centre presence. I just have this chamber page. This is my only result. So as you can see, I've got my map updated. I've got my hours and my driving directions on there. About us. I've got a video. These highlights, a lot of people know to put text in here, but you can also link these to specific pages on your website. Lots of good photos showing websites that we built, my face, things like that. A hot deals put in there, and then rec contact info. So there's a lot of stuff on there that you can add and optimize that are important to look at.
The average cost to start up a new website?
To build an entirely new website?
Yeah.
Depends on how big of a website it is. You can do 1,000, you can do 20,000. Usually websites that I work with are between that 5,000 and 10,000. Good question. Cohlab, so I did competition, like I said, marketing near me. So when I did this, again, Cohlab doesn't pop up because I don't have a Google My Business page in Sauk Centre. I get Online Growth Systems, and these two aren't marketing firms. I don't know why they're showing up there, but they are because Google doesn't have anybody else to throw up there. So that's an easy win for me. I can get to the top of that really quickly if I take the time to do this. Most of the results here are like Yelp and aggregator pages because Cohlab doesn't have a local Sauk Centre page, a location page targeted at Sauk Centre. Something that I can work on. There is one spot where is it? Here, the Sauk Centre Chamber, that page does show up in like the fourth spot. So that's a bright spot in my work. So we do see some ads. Again, here is a Gaslight creative ad. They're a service in St. Cloud. They're targeting that marketing firm, and they've got a geography set on their ads so when they show up. They must have a 50 or 100-mile radius on their ads. So again, we're going to do these site and marketing audits for 3 of you guys. I'm going to try to move quickly. That took me about 5 minutes to do Cohlab. So let's see how fast we can go do. So I picked a couple of people at random. McDonald Realty. Do we have McDonald Realty? Okay, perfect. McDonald Realty, Minnesota National Bank, I'm assuming. All right. And then we've got Trisco Heating and Plumbing. Okay, perfect. Great. So again, don't take offense. My stuff was also bad. I've got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to point out some things, again, that are actionable that you can take care of on your own that can help you rank better in Google. Okay, so. So. I should have just spoke about these really quick one more time. So again, what I went through for Cohlab was the Google results for your business name and what do like the people who are just searching for a name for the first time, they don't know what Minnesota National Bank is, or they're looking for a new realtor or whatever. They're just searching your name to figure out, well, who is this? I don't even know who this is yet. The site search, so seeing the page titles and descriptions of your site. So this allows you to see, and you can click through all the pages of Google to see all of your pages. This just gives you a good idea of what people are seeing anytime they see any of your pages in search results. Then we're going to look at the website, like you saw on my website. So when someone lands on your website, what is that design saying to them? Is it user-friendly, and does it evoke trust? Does it seem like a trustworthy place to work with? Again, the competition. So I looked at mine. We saw that there was really nobody in the map pack, but if someone is searching for your industry or needs a new provider, are you the first one to show up? Are you the third one to show up, or don't you show up at all? Where are you in that ranking? And then if someone's using the chamber website to find a trustworthy provider, are you easy to find? Are you there? So starting with McDonald Realty. So the Google results. So first of all, your Google My Business card on the right-hand side here, you've got a claim. That's great. That's a huge first step. So because you have that claim, you have total control pretty much over everything in this square. Over here, it's harder to control things that pop up. You do your best, but over here, you can control basically everything. That's great. I'm gonna go back to my notes. I gotta walk all the way over here. I'm almost there. Okay. There are no reviews on your Google My Business page right now, and there are no questions. So that could be your next easy win, is to ask some of your past clients for reviews. And don't worry, I'm gonna have action steps at the end, and I can send this all to you if you want. Pay attention. Don't be writing anything. No. So easy win for you. Ask for reviews. Get some reviews. Send them this link to this page, and they'll be able to click, leave a review, get you a review. Respond to those reviews when they're left. Respond to them. Say thank you for leaving a review. And then there are also questions and answers section. So when people are coming to you for houses or for real estate needs, what are some of the common questions that they ask you? Get an additional Google account from a friend or a family member. Have them ask some of those questions in there, and then respond to it with your McDonald Realty account. That's going to help drive traffic. It's going to help you appear better in search results when people type in those questions in Sauk Centre. The next part, at the bottom of that Google My Business box, there is no social media profiles listed. You may have social media, you may not, I'm not sure. And I know that your website is split between 3 realtors, so that's harder to control because there's probably a lot of different stuff going on there. But if you were to have, say, your own website and you had your, schema set up right, and you had your social media icons on your website, they would pull into this Google My Business right away so people could see them clearly. The other easy win for this would be your photos. So right now it's just showing a Google Maps photo, like a Google car drove past and took a photo. Upload some photos of the inside of your office, photos of any realtors you work with, photos of houses that you've sold, as long as you have the rights to use those. That's another great thing to do there. Doing a site search, so site : and then I believe it's Sauk Centre, I forgot what it was, SaukCentreRealestate.com. So seeing this, again, I know it's 3 realtors using 1 website. So it's probably harder to control those, but a lot of the meta titles are okay, but they're a little bit long. And 2 of them are duplicates. I believe it's the property page and the homes for sale page. Same exact title on both those pages. That's something to adjust. That way people don't get confused when they're in search results. Well, which one do I go to? What do I really want? The meta description as well, a couple of them are too long, and then there are a couple of duplicates as well. So it's just probably somebody set them and forgot them. It was the standard description that they put across the whole site, and they never got edited. Not a big deal, but it's an easy win to go in and get. For your website, it had a beautiful big scrolling image. I love it. That's great. I would caution you. I don't know where these photos are taken from, but I've seen them somewhere else. I don't know if they're your photos or where they're from, but making sure that any photos that you do have, that you have permission to use those throughout the whole website, because I have seen clients of mine get sued for photos that they haven't gotten permission for. That would be a similar notice for on search for a property. You've got the Sinclair Lewis house. I probably can't buy the Sinclair Lewis house, so it might be a good idea to talk to your partners and find photos of houses that you've sold in the past that you can put there instead. And the mortgage and closers page too has a picture of the library, it looks like. So that might be a good place for a generic picture of a bank that's zero copyright, that has no copyright claim on it. So The other big thing with this website, I would say, at the top, far top left, I'm going to point it out here. It says right next to your SaukCentreRotary.com, it says not secure. That means the website, the connection between my computer and the website is not going to be secure. That's an easy fix to get a nice little padlock there, and it's going to show people that it's a trusted website, and it shows Google that it's a trusted website. Google has made it like mandatory. They're saying this is the standard. Every website should have this little padlock. That means that you've purchased an SSL, a secure socket layer, that provides just that little extra bit of security that the information between my computer or between your website and the hosting provider is secure. When I put information into your email or your contact form, that information can't be intercepted between the website and where it ends up. So that's again an easy fix. It's your hosting provider, whoever you have, GoDaddy or Bluehost. They have SSLs that are low cost. Some of them even have free SSLs because it's just becoming standard across every website. When I went to your mobile website, it functions just the same as the main website, which is great. It was easy to use. The only issue I saw there was when I pull it up, the main color is green. Whereas here, the main color is kind of a maroon, and the green is used as a highlight. So there can be some brand confusion there. So that's something to consider possibly changing on the mobile website. Competition for realtor near me. Now my house, downtown Sauk Centre, so kind of in the middle of Sauk Centre. I used incognito mode on my browser, so that way my cookies and my search history aren't included on clouding search results. When I did a competition for realtor near me, I got a couple of ads, but these are all for like national companies. And I think if you're looking for a realtor near me, you're not looking for a national company, so don't worry about it. In the map results, we got Main Street Real Estate, who I believe is a partner of yours in the website. So when they click that website, go to your website anyways. Although they're not looking for you, at least they might get exposed. Neighborhood Realty, obviously a competitor. And then Charlie Walker Realty, who I believe is again part of your triple website. So that's not so bad. It'd be great if you were there. But you've got Charlie Walker and Main Street Real Estate directing people to the same website. So that's helpful. When I click more places, you're actually number 5 in these map results, just so you know. And when we go here, when we look at the actual service results, we're seeing Sauk Centre Real Estate right here. So that's number 7 in the results there. So again, that's something that could be taken better control of. But the good thing is nobody's running ads against you guys except for national realtor, conglomerates that nobody really wants to work with anyways. All right, McDonald Realty action items. So this is the part that you're going to want to look at later when I send you this presentation. So again, Google My Business. Start asking for those reviews. Give them a link. Answer the reviews. Add good interior and exterior and sold property photos if you're able to get them. It's going to go a long way. Your website, edit those page titles down. Include the page topic, the company name, and Sauk Centre if possible. This is pretty generic. This is going to apply to pretty much anybody here that I'm talking to today. The page descriptions as well, get those under 150 characters. Characters include spaces, periods, dashes, quotation marks, all that stuff. Edit the photos on the website. Make sure that you guys do have permission to use any photos that you have up there. And then go to your host, find out if you can get that free or low-cost SSL. Once they install it, a couple minutes later, you're going to see it. It's so fast and easy to do. So, and then adjust that main mobile site color from green to red. That way it matches the branding that you're putting out elsewhere. Obviously, if you were to get your own website, the colors wouldn't matter because you'd be doing something else anyways. But all right, Trisco Plumbing and Heating. Hi. Don't worry, this is fun. All right, so again, Google My Business is claimed. Awesome, that's great. That's the first step to appearing in search results. You got to get that Google My Business claimed. And you guys have 7 reviews. 7. Your competitor, later on we're going to see your competitors, like, I forgot the names of them, but they each have like 2 reviews. So 7 is great. A competitor? Oh, am I one of the reviews? Yeah, I am. I'm also one of the photos. So, 7 reviews. You also have Angie's List linked on there. I think we can see it. Yeah. Okay. So right down here, you can see it 5 out of 5 stars for Angie's List. It says there's 2 reviews on Angie's List. So that's great. That means Google found Angie's List, realized that it was your profile, and connected it up. So you didn't have to do any work there. Google did it all for you. There are no questions, however. So that is, again, somewhere where you can get an easy win. Have a family member or an employee make a Google account. If they don't have a Gmail, they can go in then, ask a question, have somebody else go and ask a question, answer those. Easy win to help with search results and to help people know the answers to questions before they decide, oh, I don't want to call, I'm just going to look for somebody else, whatever. So they can see the answers right there. Did you have a question? Sorry.
No.
Oh, okay. What else do we have here? Oh, the business hours. There's no business hours listed. You have them on your website. So all you have to do is log in and get them on that Google My Business. That'll help a lot. Social listed at the bottom. I don't believe you guys have any social profiles claimed like Facebook. When I looked at Facebook here, that's right. That's why I marked it red. There's a Facebook page, but it's not claimed. So it's unofficial. So you're kind of, it's fine if you don't want to put the effort in on Facebook. I get it. I don't love Facebook myself, but if you've got people leaving reviews there or trying to talk to you there, it might be a good idea to claim it just so you can go in and control the conversation when you need to. Also the photos. So most of the photos are it looks like stock photos from the website, just got copy and pasted into here. If you have photos of your team on, like Josh, on the work site, if you have photos of the service team who are going into people's homes, that can help build trust as well. So especially at this local level, it's really important to know who's coming into your home. For the site search, so we searched Trisco Heating and Plumbing.com. And we're seeing again a lot of dots at the end of page titles. That means that they're not optimized. People can't read what the whole page title is about. There might be more information there. So it's got to be truncated, shortened down. There definitely was, effort put into it. I can see that you've got the business name up front. You've got Sauk Centre, Minnesota. You've got HVAC, something. So just make sure that we can pull those down is good. Again, also the couple of the descriptions. Most of the descriptions are too long, so those may be just being pulled straight from the page. Google might say, "Oh, there's no description specified, so I will pull information from the page," and then it's too long anyways. So just making sure that you're the one in control of what your page description says. Am I going too fast? Okay. So website photos, really nice, crisp. They look very nice. There's no pixelation, but to me, when I looked at this website, it feels to me like that's a place that I'd see in the Twin Cities or Fargo or something like that. It maybe doesn't feel very Sauk Centre-y, Melrose-y. Now, I don't know how far you guys service. I don't know what your service area is. So maybe that is a typical client, but it might be nice to have more client photos if they're able to have those. So, top and bottom, you've got your contact info, top and bottom. That's perfect, fantastic. The only issue I see with that is when you go to your contact page, the email address listed on your contact page has a different domain than your website is. So it's TriscoHeatingandPlumbing.com, but the email is like, I forgot what it was, but it was like contact at TriscoHP.net. So having that email match this domain is going to help increase trust, and then it also just helps with Google, like saying, oh, these are all related. These are all the same thing. These are the same people. So it kind of makes it feel like it's different. The website, I didn't include that in my screenshot, but at the top of the website, it did have the little padlock. It does have an SSL with it. So whoever your web developer was, they installed the SSL right away. So your website is secure. Great news. Back to the contact page, I noticed that the map has, when you have the little map, it shows your address instead of being directly connected to that Google My Business page that you've already claimed. So you can actually connect those directly. So that way on that little map on your contact page, it says Trisco Heating and Plumbing with the little marker, thank you, with a little marker on it instead of a generic address. So that's just something that it looks nicer, and then it really cements that connection for Google. On the website, I took a look through. I didn't see any information about who owns the company, who I'd be talking to when I called. No indication that Trisco is even a family name at all, besides the fact that it's Trisco Heating and Plumbing. So if I was a new person coming to town, I have no idea who I'm going to get when I call the phone. So that was something that you had a whole page, kind of about you and stuff like that. So that's good. And then no social media, which we talked about before, and then, which is fine. And then the mobile site, when I went to it, functions just as well as the main site. So that's great. Chamber website. So you do have a chamber website. You may just want to finish, fleshing it out a little bit more. The images, again, are just at the outside. You can maybe do an interior image. You can maybe do images of work sites that you've been on that you have permission to photograph at, things like that. Josh Trisco's profile isn't filled out. You could easily have his face there, his email address or phone number. I mean, when he came to my house, he gave me his cell phone. You must not be afraid of giving it out. So, and then the hours are there, which is great. Driving directions. You could also fill in like an about section to just build some more of that up. So, competition for plumber near me. So again, I didn't have any cookies set. I was in incognito mode. Looking at this, we did get Masters Plumbing and Heating in Alexandria as an advertisement. So they're paying to be at the top of that map. Now they're in Alexandria, they're 24 hours. I'm not sure how tight the competition is with them. Never heard of them? Well, then they're wasting their money. Great. Good for you. So I did another search, not for plumber near me. I did plumber near Sauk Centre, and I got Voss out of Painesville, who you may have heard of or not, I don't know. But they're also advertising, just targeting different words. So Trisco, or maybe not be at the targeting different words, it may be that Masters outbid them on this search, and then when I searched again, Voss outbid Masters, and they're playing against each other. Anyway, Trisco Heating and Plumbing is first, 7 reviews, like I said, great work. Then Kleinschmidt and Hoffman, and you see they got 5 stars. You only have 4.4. That's fine. Most people don't trust 5 stars anyways. It feels too perfect. It's too low of a, they only have 2 reviews, so maybe feels a little bit low. So the trust is going to be higher with your 7 reviews and a 4.4. So keep building those reviews up. You see those stars start to drop, don't worry. As long as you keep it above a 4, keep responding to the reviews. If there's a bad review, respond right away. That way that you can try to resolve it, and maybe they'll remove the review or change the rating.
They have to do that.
Sorry?
They have to do it though, correct?
They have to do it. You can't control what their review is, but there's an exception to that, which I'll talk about when I get to Minnesota National Bank. I also noted that Hoffman has their hours listed and you don't. So again, that's something to list is your hours. In the organic search, you were second behind Angie's list. So Angie's list is at the top there, and then Trisco. So that's great news. You're performing well for the plumbing searches. And then meta title and meta descriptions we noticed before aren't always optimized. For the FAQ, for the questions on your Google My Business pages, this is a good place to grab those questions. So if you see like, what are plumbers and what they do, how long, people also ask right here, how much does a plumber charge per hour? Do plumbers get free estimates? That's a great place to mine for questions. Look through, type in plumbing, type in plumbers, type in realtors, type in local realtors, see what kind of questions pop up. Also at the bottom of the page, there's going to be suggested searches that go along with your search. More questions to mine to add to your list. They also make good for blog topics if anyone wants to get into blogging, and you can blog about those. And then if you do it well enough, then you'll appear in that answer instead of some national company. All right, Google My, action items again, Google My Business, finish filling out the form hours, reply to reviews, add your own questions from a separate Google account and answer them. I'm going to I kind of went over all this. I'm going to skip ahead because I'm running out of time. I apologize. All right, Minnesota National Bank. Minnesota National Bank. Your Google My Business page was not showing up like everybody else's because you're bigger. So when you get to be that size of like a regional type company, Google's going to start throwing up knowledge panels. This knowledge panel says these guys are more important. They may be part of a larger entity, and so you guys are owned by like something else, right? Like
yeah, banks are always owned by like
Sauk Centre Financial Services.
Service
Yeah. So when they see that, they're going to start throwing up these knowledge panels. They're bigger. The knowledge panels are also controllable. You have control over your Google My Business pages, which are appearing on the map. Great news. The knowledge panels are not claimed, so you don't have control of those. So you can claim those. Click claim this knowledge panel. Go through the prompts with whatever account you're using to control the other stuff. Grab those. You can make small edits to it, but mostly it's by what Google picks up on Wikipedia, in the news. Authoritative results are going to go in there. But it's nice to have that little extra control in case something goes wrong with it. Now you can talk to Google and say, "Hey, this is wrong." So, what was I going to say? Oh, you've got ATM claimed. Awesome. A lot of banks don't claim their ATMs. It's really important to have that ATM claim. You've got the bank claimed at Sauk Centre, and then Long Prairie showed up as well. So that's great. Minnesota National Bank showed up right away with all the extra pages, just like Cohlab had. So everything looks really good on the search for your brand name. Oh, and you had 6 reviews on the Sauk Centre site with 3.8 stars. The thing I wanted to point out about that review, there's one review bringing you down to 1-star review. I think her name was Brenda or something like that. Complaining about the parking at Walmart. Oh. Go in there. You can probably petition Google to get that review removed completely. So take a look at that. That'll bump you up to like 4.8 after that. So.
We had somebody put a bad review that doesn't like nursing homes. We're not even a nursing home. We didn't work with this person. They were just some kook that just put a bad review because they were angry because their mom ended up in nursing home. And we were told we had to remove all of our reviews and start all over. You couldn't just remove one, you had to remove them all. But you can petition Google to remove one.
Yeah. So was your review on Google My Business? It was on Google My Business? And did Google call you, or did you call Google?
No, we just saw it. We saw it, and then Mike just went in and said, well, I guess I can't just delete one, I have to delete them all. So we had to start all over.
You deleted the whole page.
All the reviews. You can delete them,
You can't delete the reviews yourself.
but where would that have reviewed them?
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe could you tell me?
You can't delete Google reviews. You have to ask Google to delete a review. And they, most of the time, will deny it. Maybe Facebook. I'm not huge on Facebook reviews because they just turned it into like a, you like this or do you not like this. There's no like stars.
Well, there was a comment.
Ratings, so.
Like, who are you?
Yeah. No, that's super weird. I'm sorry about that. All right. So where were we as far as this goes? Oh, no social media in the Google My Business. So that's something to look at. It's called structured data on your website. If you've got those social icons, they need to have the proper structured data installed, so that way Google picks up on them and puts them in your Google My Business page. You may want to, there's a question also on your Google My Business page that has no answer. You may want to answer that question with a link to the appropriate page about interest rates, and then maybe add some photos. You have a beautiful building. Can't see the inside of it from Google. Love to see the inside of it. I'd love to see some of those historical photos up too. That'd be great. All right, so site search, meta title, meta descriptions are very well written on the homepage. Minnesota National Bank, clear. This is what it is. You may want to add like Sauk Centre on Long Prairie or something like that to it, but the description is spot on. The other ones could use a little bit of optimization. You can see there's ... on a few of them. That means they're a little too long. I think most of the descriptions were within length, though, it looks like. So. On the website, again, so this website also says not secure at the top, right next to the MN thing. Not a good look. You want to get that SSL, make sure that it looks secured. Also, I noticed, and because your website is bigger and more developed, I kind of went a little deeper on it, so don't be embarrassed.
We're actually building a new site. It's
Oh,
cool. In 60 days. And,
oh, well then, let's skip this
we're
one.
doing the SSL, we're doing the ADA compliance, we're doing the .bank, we're doing the DMARC, we're doing all the things we have to do to be .bank, which is why a lot of banks don't do they're not secure.
Okay.
They don't worry about the security if they're not
Oh, okay.
because we're not asking customers to give us information.
Okay.
We always go to online banking to see their information, which is just.
Oh, okay.
So that's.
All right.
Anyway.
That makes sense.
background there.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, if you want, we'll just skip over the website section if you're okay.
Yeah.
So the chamber site is filled out nicely. It does say we have the longest banking hours in Sauk Centre, but it doesn't say what the banking hours are. So that's an easy win. Just throw your hours in there. Under highlights, you have a number of like cool things like check out our loans, check out our whatever. Those can be linked. So add links to those highlights. It'll just straight up link those words to certain pages on your website. And again, you're building a new site, so you may just want to wait on that because you're going to have different web addresses. So for competition near me, we did bank near me. No one's running local ads, which is great. I don't think banks run a lot of ads necessarily locally anyways. But first state payment did show up first on bank near me. I don't remember, did I write down why? Oh, they had a lot of their pages were heavily focused just on Sauk Centre. So, and that's, I mean, I think that's almost their only branch, right? Yeah. So that's a little hard to beat sometimes. But when I flipped to searching for bank near Sauk Centre, you guys actually came out on top of that. So it's a little malleable depending on how it's searched for. So, again, meta titles and meta descriptions could use some optimization, but you've got a new website coming, so that's probably going to get taken care of right there. US Bank was the only other local branch to show up, but I mean, they're in Melrose and it's a national brand, so you would think that they would rank anyways a bit. So this is the action side of things, so I'll just stick with Google My Business. So ask for those reviews. Ask Google to try to remove Judy's review. I really think you can win that one. Answer questions and ask them and answer your own questions. And ask the website stuff we'll skip. And finish filling out that chamber page. I forgot my favorite thing on the chamber page. Oh, sorry. I don't mean to laugh. It's just, it must be a terrible error. The map goes to Mongolia. Yeah. So
Oh, this website. Yeah,
on the chamber site, when you click the map, it takes you to Mongolia.
We're having issues when we built this new building.
Yeah.
This didn't have an address.
Oh,
Google
oh,
recognized the address.
man.
We had to work a long time just to get. Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so well, I'm sure by now, hopefully Google's on top of it. So that was funny though. So Mongolia, yeah, right, yeah. So again, Cohlab Digital Marketing based in Backer, serving Sauk Centre. Here's all my web addresses. If you do anything actually after this, and I'll send, like I said, I'll send the presentation out. But head to, oops, sorry. Well, I mean, that's funny too, but thank you. But head to my YouTube channel. I have about a dozen videos on here showing you how to do different things with the website and your marketing. So just quick how-tos. They're like 3 to 5 minutes long. Take a browse through those, see if there's anything that applies to you that can help you out as well. The end. Thank you.
Yeah. Wow.